You're rolling.
Hello everybody, and if you have ever been trapped out in the woods, the first thing to do is to evaluate your situation and find whatever items you have on you that might help. And the first thing that I was carrying would be a tarp system with cordage, tarp in the bag. You can fill it with leaves and make a stuffed sack pillow. The other things that I have is I have a survival necklace with light, mirror, compass, and all the goodies you want to put inside. And then I also have a nice American camper multi-tool. Very handy, and you can make lean-tos, traps, anything you would like to do with that. Also, it's just nice to have a sturdy knife for skinning and whatever purposes you need to. The other things you will need, and the other things that would probably be handy, would be some Judy twine, and then some fuel for a fire. Those are the main necessities if you were trapped out in the woods. Other stuff is optional, but if you're really out in the woods, the best thing to do is carry all this stuff. And the first thing that you'll need to know how to do, one of the things you'll need to know how to do is how to signal aircrafts and get them to pick you up. And the way of doing that is a survival light. It is meant for signaling because it has a light on it, and in the dark time, you could signal SOS in the air. And for your information, SOS is ... And there are other ways of signaling. Is a whistle. And another way is to take sticks and stones and line them up and make a big X. You can buy signal lights from the store that are headlamps or flashlights that are hand crank, and those are handy. But another way of signaling is if you want people to find you, you gotta wear bright orange. Not dull orange, but bright. It completely distracts from the normal nature. It's completely different. So you want to get a heat sheet blanket as your tarp setup, and then you want to get orange on the top. And that is something you need to know how to do, is setting up a shelter. The first thing you want to do is you want to find a sturdy tree. And a sturdy tree means that there isn't anything far away from it. So it's nice and sturdy. So the way that I personally like to make it is to make a ridge line. And making a ridge line is not hard if you know how to, but for this specific one, a ridge line is not going to be made. A cross line is going to be made. So,
James,
what?
Just pull it out of the middle.
Pull what out of the... Oh, in here? Okay, if you guys want to make the first shelter, that is actually pretty common, you want to take your twine and you want to make a loop knot, and it is actually very simple. You take it and make a loop, and then you tie a knot, so you wrap it around your hand like this, and you pull through, and then you pull both of those. You tie that. Oh, oopsie, I messed up. But you take the line, you hold tight, wrap around a finger, so you get a loop, so you get one loop, and then another loop, and then you pull your line through that loop to get a knot. That is a loop knot, and the good things about having that is good things about having it is will happen in the next few steps. And by doing that, it makes this step a whole lot easier instead of tying a knot on a tree. And if you tie it on a tree, then you'd have to do a half hitch knot, which is a lot harder and way less way less easy to make. So you want to make another loop, but then you want to take your knife and cut it. And you can close up your knife because you don't need it right now. And the next step in that process is to take your twine and wrap it around a tree, and you want to make sure the loop and you are facing the empty spot. So it's like this. And then you want to take your string and you want to go through the loop, and then you just want to tighten it. You want to pull the string to tighten it up close, and that is how to make the first knot. And then you can bring it all the way down here, and then you can take a stick and you can just tie a double knot on it. It's actually that simple. It's just to tie a double knot on a stick. But you want to make one knot like this, and then you want to go around, and then you want to tie another knot on the other side, and then you have your stake pole. And then you want to go a few feet away and put it into the ground as your stake. And I'm just going to use my bag as a hammer because I did not bring one. Not going that well, but you'll get it. And the ridge line can be adjusted up or down, whichever way you want. So that is that. And then you have sort of like a little shelter. And then you can just throw your tarp over it. Or if you wanted, you could take another tree over here and you could do the exact same thing. And then you could throw the tarp on top of the double ridge line. And then it would be really handy to do that because then you would have a bigger shelter. You would have a bigger opening too. That's all I have to say for now. See you later and bye.